Okay, good. Yeah. Disgusting. And she plays with Brandy Kettle, the one that's about to get federal charges for amping up hella shit all throughout LA for like 20 years for her mouth and crack. She's friends with her. She's hella disgusting. All right. How are you guys? Sorry about that. Handling some administrative business, professional goofy. So, anyways, I just had to talk about something really chaotic that happened today, and it's unfortunate. A lot of you guys can hear the virtual reality and my voice blasting across your office, and it's because several murders, suicides, homicides, etc., crime rings have gotten solved because they're using this technology and people are getting set up. I have to tell you something very extreme happened, and because it happened because somebody was playing with conflict magic and pit bull warfare and chaos and chemical warfare, something vicious has come out in the community. Okay, let me just be very clear as a high priestess in terms of what has happened. Let's leave all mess aside. And when I'm bringing in names, I'm bringing in a high priestess circle to allow whatever has been created here to end completely because certain names are going to get named here that will absolutely start a fucking war. Okay, this starts in San Francisco to LA, but it also brings in Louisiana and Texas because of Jasmine from with the Tarot Land. This what happened was there was an incident that happened in my building wherein police had come early in the morning. When they came, I was talking to them. I said, "Okay, but this and this is going on. Why aren't you guys fully moving forward with this?" Not because a lot of the police officers are like finding out that they're getting fired because they weren't like doing their job, and there was several articles posted in the news about half of California police force getting like fired and rehired, overturned. And when you guys are looking for city jobs, there should be something about disaccredited or demoted positions. That's where they remove people and say, okay, you can reapply for this position or reapply and under this classification, so it shows on your like record. You need to be looking into those to find out who's been getting banished. So what ended up happening was I opened the door. There was an ear clunklet. I said, "Okay, fuck," and I started talking to her. I said, "Okay, why aren't you taking the report?" She said, "Well, I didn't see that in the computer." I said, "So when you guys get a dispatch call, you type in the address, you don't see all that?" "No, we just see this call. But do you know that there are 3 federal warrants in this building?" "Oh, one person's already on the run." "Oh, I didn't see that." This female, when I show you the chain of command, there's 2 high priestesses, and I'm sorry to put your business out there, but I have to speak like clearly. One of them, I emailed you. The other one, I've been trying to find your email because the same day that I had a reading with you is the same day that I posted that Bay Area murderers update where I was crying. You guys have never seen me cry online. That's the only time I've cried. What ended up happening is that video was exactly 37 minutes long, and I didn't even know about it back then in 2020, May 2020. You had a reading from me May 2nd of 2020. Please pull that reading up. It's recorded. That ear clunklet, the first female, Crystal. Some of you guys know her by Criss Cross. She's a nurse. She works for Kaiser. She knows Brandy. Her family's from New Orleans. She has a son that goes to Irvine. You guys know how Crystal gets down. Crystal came and got a reading. She was dating some dude. He was a police officer. They set him up tough. That was the officer that did it. Got in Crystal's phone and set up the whole fucking hood. I have her name. The fact that I have her name and her identity is very, very vicious. She didn't think that I was gonna come up and open the door. She was just being messy, like, "Oh, there's gonna be hood niggas not watching and da 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 da." Like, why would people be watching that? Because the virtual reality that they put the whole building in. Pause. She also played with another high priestess. She's a Pisces. This lady doesn't know that your name is in a docket and there's already a check written and set aside for you because they switched your son at birth, and you're always trying to help him with his autism. Your baby daddy's a police officer. Yeah. I didn't. I've been looking for you though, because I really was like, okay, and that's why I'm really not messy. You guys know that when I do my readings, I'm so sorry. I'm just like getting nervous because this is hella messy. Because she needs to see what's been going on, and I've been trying to find her contact. And this police officer playing with her husband is her ex is all that she needs to see. Okay, that's all I needed to see because they have her photos and who's been playing with that virtual reality, setting up the cartel on her end. So then what ended up happening is because I opened that door and I saw that a door literally got opened because somebody was being very messy and starting too much shit, running their mouth and wanting to come up here and then also playing with magic and virtual reality and starting too much shit to escape what they started at Bullhead and Henderson. Pause, back up. This cop is actually from the Bay Area. She's been at LAPD for just 1 year. She's already been arrested twice, ear clunkless surgeries, 3 uteruses in her freezer. Oh, I didn't know that there was a problem with that. Eating the umbilical cord of a black woman. Well, I could just tell you this, right? Well, just doing way too much because you're playing in the energy of a black woman to form. Whoa, with no melanin. Whoa, or pussy. Whoa, whoa. That's what you call double disrespect? That is satanic if you really think about it. In this place where we operate from, those are negative functions. They will never compute or equate to anything. They cancel each other out immediately. These are forbidden functions. Whoa, whoa. So then I said, okay, her friend is one female that she used to play with. It's three white women. One of them I've seen at Michael's. Michael's, you can pull this up because I use my like little rewards number there. When I go to Michael's, you can always see when I'm using it in store. She is on camera. People have been looking for her for years. She's one of Brandy's friends passed away like a year and a half ago. A white lady, blonde hair. Crystal, you know what I'm talking about. How did she get killed? Oh, because they were playing with that police officer starting shit. She came from Chicago. Whoa. Whoa, after talks to K Rock and disrespect and dishonorable. So then what ended up happening, whoa, wait, hold on. What ended up happening was I said, okay, so that's how you guys are playing. That lady was friends with Brandy's friend that got murdered. I made a direct connection between who's been giving everyone that phone tapping technology, lighting up the hood. And it's because you chose to be messy. And no one would have ever called it. She had no idea. Welch is great. Her last name was Welch, like grape. So then what ended up happening was a can of worms got opened. Well, people are not going to really see that image of me. Ran to the store, Walgreens around the corner from the high rise that she lives in, that belongs to another woman that got kidnapped and murdered in Tech in Chicago. Dyed her hair red immediately. Oh, you went from blonde to red? Oh, okay. Whoa. You guys just need to be on alert. That's all I got to say. That whole ring is going to get closed one more time. There's another concentric cycle that got opened with that because of Jessica Fontana from Fillmore. You thought it was over. Someone said, oh, 6 minutes? You thought it was Jessica Fontana, her baby daddy, was friends with a group of men. They said that it was Jessica like playing games with like they were dating. Like he was friends with a group of men. They're from the whole community, right? What ended up happening was Jessica was working at UCSF. She got into it with the white woman that wanted to play with her baby daddy. And they ended up having fights. They were shooting in between. Jessica wasn't the one that did it. She was charged and arrested for it, et cetera, et cetera. She got off because she wasn't involved. Jessica now works for the city helping several people. She's helped hundreds of people in the city get a job. And I just have to say, that's why I opened up a high priestess circle. And then I said it's going to close here so that it just completely ends. That white woman is affiliated with that other bitch that I just told you about, the police officer, and then Brandy's friend that got murdered. Whoa. Yeah, the white woman. We already have her face screenshotted everything because she posted it on her community board. Ooh. And she talks about it in one of her readings. And this is where we come into being mindful of the doors that you open. Because a whole ring of white women that play games, Eric Clark, Laborgia, and shit like that, they just got exposed. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica.